So I wanted to come here with a prison tale because I haven't done one of these in a while, and I was sitting there thinking the other day about the time that the guy got his store bag stolen from him and just went complete bonkers crazy on the two guys that stole it from him. So if you want to hear that story about why you shouldn't steal stuff from people while you're in prison, stick around. Alright, hey, what's up everybody? This is Leroy and welcome to my channel, 40 and Broke, where we're all about getting out of debt, saving, investing, and getting our finances under control so we can live the life we've always dreamed of. Because that's what it's all about, living the life we've always dreamed of. Come here with one of these prison tales, and I guess this could go right along lines of finances. You know, it's like, I guess if you got a side hustle jacking people for their store bags, then just wanted to... you might not want to be jacking people because there's always consequences for that stuff. So I was at Riverside. Man, I had just come down. Maybe a year. I might have been down a year. And so I was on the rock. I had this old biker guy for a bunkie. And let me set a little bit of the backstory here. So there was the guy directly across the rock from us. And he was a loudmouth, just always standing in the doorway, always running his mouth, always hollering down at other people, and just never shut the hell up all day long, standing at the door yelling blah 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 blah. Well, it would just, my bunkie would get so mad because he's trying to sleep, and my bunkie was doing, like, I don't know, at least one life bit. I can't remember if it was two, but he was doing at least one life bit. So he's never getting out of prison. He's doing natural life. But he's an old head. He just wants to do his time. But he used to work in the kitchen. We both worked in the kitchen, so we would have to get up early. Well, he would sleep a little bit, and it's hard to sleep with this guy standing, like, right outside your door, hollering down the rock about, you know, the dumbest shit all day long. So, I mean, my bunkie would get out there, and he'd just be like, dude, shut your damn mouth, go back in your cell, or go down the day room and talk to him. He's like, you're being completely disrespectful. We're trying to sleep here, man. We got to get up early. Dude be like, fuck you, man, whatever, blah, 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 blah. So him and my bunkie were always going after. I'm surprised my bunkie didn't stab him. But anyways, so this is, my bunkie hates this guy. So that sets the story up, and you'll understand why later. So there's this young white guy. Now the guy across the rock from me, and there's another guy down the rock from me. They're both in a gang, and so they start messing with this young white kid. And one day they snatch his store bag from him, and, like, we took that punk. You got a problem? Deal with it. Go lock up. Whatever. So dude's like, all right, okay, man. You know, whatever. You know, so everybody's like, yeah, punk, that punk, that punk. And he really wasn't a punk. He ended up going and getting a bottle of honey. Poured the honey into his cup. Put it in the microwave. Let it cook. Let it cook. Let it cook till it started boiling. So now he had a cup full of boiling honey. Walked down to the dude's cell, the one right across the rock from me. Knock, 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 knock. Knocked on his door. Dude opened the door and was like, what do you want, punk? And he was just like, whew, threw it all in the dude's face, chest, and arm, and then smacked him with the cup, and then just walked away. And dude's standing there like, what the hell? Doesn't even realize what happened. And my bunkie's standing in the doorway and seen all of this go on, and looked at me and was like, holy shit, bunkie. He's like, he just threw something on that dude. And dude's sitting there and he's like, oh, son of a bitch. He's like, that white boy just threw something wet on me. That white boy just threw something wet on me. And the next thing you know, his face is melting like a candle because he threw boiling freaking honey on him. It's like boiling freaking honey. My bunkie looks at him, busts out laughing, is like, dude, he didn't throw nothing wet on you. Your face is melting. He's like, Bunky, look at him. His face is melting. He's like, dude, your skin's peeling off. And dude looks down at his arms where the honey had hit him. And the skin's like peeling off. And then he starts freaking out. And he's all in shock and he starts screaming. And his bunkie got him and was like, holy hell. So dude's trying to take his shirt off because there's there's just boiling honey on his shirt. And as he's pulling his shirt off, it's pulling the skin off. The skin is peeling off his face. And then you got my bunkie sitting there laughing at him like, you dumbass, you got what you deserve. And I'm just like, holy shit, this is crazy shit. Meanwhile, after dude threw the honey on him, he walks down the rock to the other dude's cell. Dude had his door open a little bit, kicked his way into the door, slammed the door shut, barricaded it, and then just went to plugging this dude with a homemade knife. And all you could hear was lockers banging, dude yelling, was like, you can keep the store bag, you mother, blah, blah, blah. That's all you heard was dude screaming every time he got plugged with that knife. Lockers banging and dude just yelling, keep the store bag, you can keep the damn store bag. It was like, holy hell, they finally got in there, managed to get the white guy off this guy, and didn't kill him. I plugged him a bunch of times, I guess, but didn't kill him. This dude's across the rock from me. He's off to the Brooks Center. I never heard what happened to either one of these guys after any of these guys. Actually, I don't even know what happened to the white guy. Even in retrospect, it's something that stuck out, but it's not like I knew any of the guys by name. And, but yeah, it's like, my bunkie's like, man, served you right. You shouldn't have took his store bag. I bet was it worth it? Was it worth it? Man, you need to go check the mirror. And I'm like, holy shit, Bunky, you're going to get us stabbed just by running your jibs. Well, like I said, they were in a gang. And so now, like, the heads of the gang's running around like, who gave that guy that honey? Who gave that guy that honey? And everyone's like, we don't know. And, we find out who gave him the honey, they're hit. And it's like, well, maybe they shouldn't have stolen his store bag from him. I mean, did you think something wasn't going to happen? They thought he was a punk. Come to find out, not so much of a punk. You never know what you're going to get. That was the moral to that story. It's like, they thought this guy was a punk. They thought that they were just going to gank his shit and that it was going to be all good. Man, he came back with a vengeance. I mean, boiling honey. I never seen nothing like that. I mean, I've thought of stuff like, man, what happened if you hit somebody with like boiling peanut butter? Because that turns into a liquid when you heat it up. But that boiling honey, as soon as it hit his shirt, it like stuck to him, and then it cools down and it like liquefies into your skin, and he's pulling it off and the skin's pulled off and it just holds its heat, and it's just, oh man, that was terrible. I mean, dude's face melted like a crayon. Holy cow, arms, skin just peeling off his arms. Dude was in shock, just shaking afterwards, just like, and it's like, man, you really should not have stolen that guy's store bag. And it just makes me wonder. It's like, I wonder whatever happened to those guys. I mean, the one guy, I'm sure he's got a bunch of scars from being stabbed, but I mean, the dude that his face was melted, every time he looks in the mirror, I bet he just thinks, maybe I shouldn't have been snatching store bags. Maybe that wasn't the brightest of ideas. And I'm hoping that the two of them learn their lessons from it, because that is a very painful, very hard lesson to learn. I mean, just crazy stuff for prison. So there is the lesson for today. If you ever go to prison, do not steal people's store bags. Don't take their shit, because you never know who you're going to come across, and you might get boiling honey in your face. So, yeah, you don't want that. But, all right, everybody, have a good day. Remember what I say. Stay out of prison. prison sucks. All right, later.